Some singers can scream, some can whisper, but only a few can do it all, shattering glass 1 second, melting hearts the next. Today, we're counting down the top 20 rock singers with the most impressive vocal ranges. Get ready, because these voices are about to remind you why rock will always hit harder than any other genre. Layne Staley, Alice in Chains. Layne Staley's voice was unlike anything else in rock. At its core was that deep, haunting baritone, dark, brooding, and instantly recognizable. But when the music called for it, he could unleash tortured wails that cut through the heavy guitars like pure anguish in sound. On songs like Man in the Box and Rooster, you can hear him shift from commanding growls to chilling cries, painting raw emotion into every syllable. Staley's voice embodied pain, addiction, and vulnerability in a way that no other singer of the grunge era could match. Joey Tempest, Europe. For most people, Joey Tempest will always be the voice behind The Final Countdown, one of the most recognizable anthems in rock history.
It's the final countdown!
But to call him a one-hit wonder vocally would be selling him short. Tempest's range went far beyond that single track. His soaring highs gave Europe their epic, almost cinematic punch, while his warm lower tones added depth and emotion to their ballads like Carrie. Tempest could belt out a chorus with arena-filling force, then drop down into something tender and soulful without losing any impact. That balance of strength and subtlety proved that he wasn't just the frontman of a flashy 80s band, he was a vocalist with true versatility and range. Klaus Meine, Scorpions.
And it's time to win back your love.
Klaus Meine is one of those singers who could make you believe every word he sang. On a ballad like Still Loving You, his voice was tender, almost like a whisper, full of vulnerability and intimacy. But give him a stadium rocker like Rock You Like a Hurricane, and suddenly that same voice could explode into piercing shrieks, powerful enough to reach the very back row of an arena. That dynamic range, soft and emotional one moment, fierce and electrifying the next, was a huge reason the Scorpions became one of the biggest rock exports from Europe. Meine's vocals gave their music a timeless quality, carrying both the sensitivity of love songs and the adrenaline of arena anthems. Amy Lee, Evanescence. Amy Lee brings a rare combination of power and elegance to rock vocals. Classically trained, her voice stretches across multiple octaves with operatic precision, giving Evanescence its signature dramatic sound. Tracks like Bring Me to Life and My Immortal showcase her ability to convey raw emotion while hitting soaring highs and resonant lows, making every song feel like a theatrical performance. She can be hauntingly vulnerable one moment, then unleash commanding angelic power the next. Chester Bennington, Linkin Park.
Oh, I've put my trust in you.
Chester Bennington wasn't just a scream king. He was a master of emotional contrast. His voice could erupt in raw, gut-wrenching screams that shook arenas and headphones alike, yet he could also deliver soft, tender passages full of vulnerability and feeling. Tracks like Numb and Crawling highlight this duality, showing how he balanced sheer intensity with heartfelt emotion. Every scream carried rage, every melodic line carried pain, and every note felt like a genuine reflection of his soul. Chris Cornell, Soundgarden. Chris Cornell possessed one of the most soulful and powerful voices in rock history. His range spanned nearly 4 octaves, effortlessly moving from gritty, aggressive lows to soaring, angelic highs. Tracks like Black Hole Sun and Like a Stone showcase his ability to convey raw emotion while hitting notes that seem almost impossible. Cornell's voice had a rare combination of power and vulnerability. He could scream with intensity that shook stadiums, then deliver tender, haunting melodies that left listeners captivated. Beyond technique, it was the emotion behind every note that made him unforgettable. Brandon Boyd, Incubus. Brandon Boyd has a voice that's as versatile as Incubus's music itself. He moves effortlessly from smoky, intimate lows to soaring, angelic highs, giving the band a sound that can be both dreamy and explosively powerful. Tracks like Drive and Pardon Me showcase his ability to convey vulnerability, energy, and melodic nuance all in one performance. His range and control make him a defining voice of late 90s and early 2000s alternative rock, and a master at blending soulfulness with raw rock energy. Corey Taylor, Slipknot. Corey Taylor is the ultimate vocal chameleon. Whether he's delivering guttural, aggressive growls with Slipknot or soulful, tender lines with Stone Sour, his range covers extreme contrasts that few rock singers can match. Tracks like Duality and Through Glass highlight his ability to pivot seamlessly between brutal intensity and melodic beauty, often within the same song. Taylor's strength lies in his versatility and emotional depth. His voice is both a weapon and a storytelling tool, making him one of modern rock and metal's most dynamic and compelling frontmen. James LaBrie, Dream Theater. James LaBrie's voice is the anchor of Dream Theater's sprawling prog metal soundscapes. Few singers could handle the band's complex genre-blending music, but LaBrie not only kept up, he elevated it. His range stretched from tender, emotional passages that carried intimacy and vulnerability to stratospheric highs that soared above the dense layers of instrumentation. Listen to Pull Me Under or Octavarium, and you'll hear just how versatile he is. LaBrie could be theatrical without ever being over the top, making his voice the perfect vessel for Dream Theater's blend of virtuosity and emotion. In a genre where the music itself can feel larger than life, LaBrie's range made sure the vocals never got lost in the chaos. Steven Tyler, Aerosmith. Steven Tyler is the epitome of rock and roll vocal theatrics. From gravelly, bluesy growls to soaring, ear-piercing screams, his voice is as elastic and unpredictable as his stage presence. Tracks like Dream On and Love in an Elevator show off his ability to transition seamlessly between raw grit and high-flying melodrama, making every performance feel alive and electrifying. What sets Tyler apart is his personality-infused delivery. Every note carries attitude, swagger, and emotion. Steven Tyler's voice is instantly recognizable, legendary in its versatility, and one of the defining sounds of classic rock. David Coverdale, Whitesnake.
Is this love that I'm feeling?
David Coverdale brought a unique blend of soul, blues, and sheer rock power to every stage he touched. With Deep Purple, he stepped into massive shoes after Ian Gillan, but it was with Whitesnake that his full range came alive. Coverdale could croon through tender ballads like Is This Love with effortless warmth, then unleash spine-tingling screams on anthems like Still of the Night. Few vocalists could glide between intimacy and thunder with such ease. Serj Tankian. System of a Down.
When angels deserve to die!
If Chaos had a soundtrack, it would sound like Serj Tankian's voice. Few singers in rock, or any genre, can shift gears as quickly and dramatically as he can. One moment he's delivering an operatic falsetto that sounds almost classical, and the next he's diving into guttural growls or barking rapid-fire lyrics like a man possessed. Songs like Chop Suey and BYOB are perfect examples.
Blowing up the sun.
In the space of a few seconds, Serj goes from delicate melody to full-throttle aggression, and somehow it all feels natural. That unpredictable, almost theatrical range is exactly what made System of a Down one of the most distinctive bands of the 2000s. Maynard James Keenan. Tool. Maynard James Keenan isn't just a singer, he's an architect of mood and tension. With a voice that can be mysterious, ethereal, and intensely emotional all at once, he uses his range to create atmosphere as much as melody. Tracks like Schism and Judith showcase his ability to shift from restrained, haunting lows to soaring, impassioned highs, drawing listeners into a sonic journey that feels both otherworldly and grounded in raw human emotion. Keenan's power lies in his control and timing. His range is a tool for emotional storytelling, earning him a place among rock's most compelling and enigmatic vocalists. Axl Rose. Guns N' Roses.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want.
Axl Rose is one of rock's most instantly recognizable voices, and for good reason. Famously spanning nearly 6 octaves, he could glide from gravelly, menacing lows to piercing, glass-shattering highs without missing a beat. Songs like Welcome to the Jungle and Sweet Child O' Mine showcase his ability to inject raw emotion into every note, whether he's snarling, belting, or soaring into falsetto. He could convey anger, vulnerability, or pure adrenaline within the same song, making his performances feel larger than life. Axl's voice is a character, a force, and one of the most dynamic instruments in rock history. Sebastian Bach, Skid Row. Sebastian Bach had the kind of voice that could stop you in your tracks. At his core, it was all about attitude, raw, fearless, and larger than life. But behind that swagger was a vocal range that most singers could only dream of. On I Remember You, Bach soared into piercing wails that gave Skid Row one of the most iconic power ballads of the era. Then flip to Youth Gone Wild, and suddenly his voice becomes a snarling weapon, spitting pure rebellion. Sebastian could be the smooth crooner one moment and the unhinged rock god the next, all without losing control. That balance of range and raw energy cemented him as one of glam metal's most electrifying frontmen, and his voice still holds up as one of the most powerful weapons in rock. Devin Townsend. Strapping young lad. Devin Townsend is nothing short of a mad scientist when it comes to vocals. His voice can switch from guttural, demonic growls to soaring operatic belts in the span of a single track. But what really sets him apart is his layering technique. He often records multiple tracks of his own voice to create an entire choir, giving his songs an epic, almost orchestral scale. Take Kingdom or Love. You hear the full spectrum: raw aggression, tender melodies, and everything in between. Townsend's range isn't just impressive, it feels limitless, capable of bending genres and emotions all at once. He's proof that in the hands of a visionary, the human voice can become an instrument of chaos, beauty, and sheer spectacle. Freddie Mercury, Queen.
Love of my life, can't you see? Bring it back, bring it back.
Freddie Mercury wasn't just a singer. He was a master of drama, power, and precision. His voice combined dynamic intensity, theatrical flair, and flawless control, allowing him to navigate everything from intimate ballads like Love of My Life to arena-defining anthems like Bohemian Rhapsody with effortless authority. Mercury's range was astounding. He could soar into piercing highs, dip into warm, velvety lows, and execute vocal runs with surgical precision. But what truly set him apart was his emotional delivery. Every note felt alive, charged with personality and charisma. Jeff Tate, Queensryche.
You like me safe in bed. It was all.
Jeff Tate's voice is the gold standard for progressive metal vocals. With a range that effortlessly spans tender, melodic highs to commanding, operatic belts, he brought a cinematic quality to Queensryche's music. Songs like Silent Lucidity show his soft, emotional side, while tracks like Queen of the Reich unleash piercing, high-octane power that cuts through any instrument. Tate's skill wasn't just about hitting notes. It was about storytelling. He could convey drama, emotion, and menace all in the same song, making listeners feel every twist and turn of Queensryche's elaborate narratives. His voice became the heart of the band's identity, proving that a rock singer could be both technically brilliant and emotionally captivating. Mike Patton, Faith No More. Mike Patton is a true vocal shapeshifter. With a mind-boggling range of over 6 octaves, he can croon with silky smoothness, scream with spine-tingling intensity, growl like a beast, or even produce sounds that feel almost inhuman. Tracks like Epic or The Gentle Art of Making Enemies showcase his ability to morph his voice on a dime, turning each song into a performance that's as unpredictable as it is electrifying. Patton's genius lies in his fearless experimentation. He treats his voice as an instrument capable of bending genres and expectations. Whether in the chaotic, theatrical world of Mr. Bungle or the alt-metal brilliance of Faith No More, Patton's vocal versatility redefined what it means to be a rock singer, making him one of the most extraordinary voices in modern rock history. Matt Bellamy, Muse. Topping our list is none other than Matt Bellamy, a frontman whose voice pushes the boundaries of what rock vocals can achieve. Bellamy combines falsetto wizardry, operatic belts, and thunderous lows, often within the same song. Tracks like Citizen Erased and Knights of Sidonia showcase his ability to soar above intricate instrumentation while maintaining perfect control and emotional intensity. Whether he's whispering a haunting lyric, belting a dramatic line, or hitting an ear-shattering falsetto, Bellamy commands attention and leaves listeners in awe. His range isn't just impressive, it's revolutionary, making him the perfect #1 on our list of rock singers with the most mind-blowing vocal abilities. And that's our countdown. From legendary pioneers to modern innovators, these 20 rock singers have proven that vocal range can define a band's identity and elevate rock to an art form. Did we miss your favorite powerhouse? Drop it in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're a fan of epic rock vocals, and subscribe for more deep dives into the legends of rock history. Until next time, keep rocking.